We begin America Reports this Monday with Democratic Congressman Khanna of California. Congressman, good of you to join us today to kick off the program. So cost estimates from Penn Wharton now that this program could top $1 trillion. President Biden has only said that he would pay for it through deficit reduction, but no details on that. And the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget saying this could double any savings from some of the latest deficit reduction attempts. How concerned are you about what looks like another huge government handout?
I'm not. First of all, the economists are in different places. Nobel laureate Joseph Stiglitz has said it would cost $300 billion over 10 years. And it's important to put this in context. That's $30 billion a year. And we've had $1.7 trillion already of deficit reduction. But John, here's the point. My district, I represent Silicon Valley. We've got $10 trillion of wealth. The people who are going to be helped are often working class folks who took out loans in places like Ohio and Pennsylvania. You want to raise more money? Tax the coastal elites in my district so kids in Pennsylvania, kids in Ohio can go to college and can get an education. I don't understand why this is being seen as an elite policy.
Yeah, we're talking about low-income people, as you just said, but the caps on this are $125,000 income per individual, $250,000 per couple, per family. And for somebody who's a welder in the Midwest or a taxi driver struggling to make ends meet who never went to college, that's a lot of money. So why should those folks be on the hook for that tab?
Well, first of all, John, as you know, 27% of folks who are taking out these loans are the kids of welders, are the kids of working families. They're the first in their generation to go to college. So a lot of working families are benefiting. Second, the loans are going to extend to vocational education and training. And third, if we want to do more things for the working class, let's do it. Let's cancel medical debt for the working class. Let's fund more apprenticeships for the working class. Let's talk about what more we can do for the working class. But to say that somehow helping some of the working class and middle class go to college in this country and get an education is wrong, I just disagree with that. And there's plenty of wealth in my district that we can tax some of those billionaires so that kids get a chance to have an education.
Yeah, there's a lot of wealth in your district, California 17, clearly, but there's a lot of districts who aren't as wealthy as that across the country who are going to be on the hook for this as well. Let me just put this up on the screen because we've got a growing list of Democrats who do not support the president's loan forgiveness program. And as we heard at the beginning, your colleagues Tim Ryan, Seth Moulton, and Abigail Spanberger all have significant concerns that this is not the right program, or at least not at the right time. What do you say to them?
I respectfully disagree with them. What built America into a superpower is we invested in education. You know, in this country from 1860, Lincoln's program, a moral land grant, to 1960, college was basically free. No other nation in the world makes people go into $30,000, $40,000 of debt to get an education. I want us to compete with China. I want people to be able to get the education that they need. And I also want to support the working class, and we can do both. And the reason I know we can do both is we're making more wealth than ever before. And a lot of it is in my district. And I want to rather invest in the working class and middle class in this country.
Now, over the weekend, the White House took aim at Republicans who own small businesses and had PPP loans that were forgiven. And the White House criticizing them to say, well, you had loans forgiven, but you don't want these student loans forgiven. But we should remind our viewers at home that these PPP loans were A, approved by an act of Congress, wasn't unilateral action by the White House, and B, they were designed to be forgiven under the following conditions: if employee and compensation levels were maintained, if loan proceeds were spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses, and at least 60% of the proceeds are spent on payroll costs. So the way that this program was designed and the way that it was approved is a little hollow for the White House to be calling out Republicans who got the PPP loan forgiveness but opposed the student loan relief.
John, I don't go after colleagues personally. That's not the way I would make the argument. What I would say is this: China is our competition. They're producing millions of engineers and scientists. They're having people go get as much education. I want America to win. I want us to do what built us into an economic superpower, and that means making sure that people can go to college if they want without going $30,000, $40,000 into debt. And I also want an investment in manufacturing so we can get working class folks, and let's give them a tax credit. Let's give $10,000 to get a skilled trade. Let's make sure that vocational education is covered. This should be about what's going to build America, not tit for tat politics of who took what loan and who's paying off what loan. I don't think we should personalize it.
All right, Congressman Khanna of California's 17th Congressional District, thanks for your time. Thanks for kicking us out today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.